happening, my YouTube friends and family? Hope everyone's doing well. I gotta keep this short because my phone's running out of memory. So this video is actually kind of referring you guys to a friend of mine's channel. I recently discovered him on YouTube. He's very knowledgeable. When I have DOT questions, that's kind of my go-to guy. Um, he's a consultant, and so he charges. I'm very fortunate in that he doesn't charge me. We kind of developed a friendship. Um, but I guess this is the way I can pay him back for all the times I've, chewed his ear off, and he's always been very receptive and helpful to me. Um, I'm going to ask that you guys go over to his channel and like it, subscribe to it. Maybe even drop a comment. Put my name in there, Tex Garcia, so he knows my channel is showing him some love over there. He's a consultant. He's an ex-DOT officer that does safety training, and apparently now he's offering a service through a website where you have access to some programs that he uses for his safety training, and it could be really good stuff for you guys. If nothing else, follow the videos. He's very informative. He's even doing some of them in Spanish, which is helpful because even like myself, I think of myself as relatively knowledgeable, but when it comes time to explaining something in Spanish, I don't have quite the vocabulary that maybe I should, where I can explain stuff, more clearly. So watch my video, you'll kind of see what I'm talking about, and go over to his channel, subscribe to the channel, and maybe just in the comments, drop my name in there so he knows, my viewers are showing him some love. He's a really good guy, ex-DOT cop, knows his business. That's my go-to guy. You guys often comment, where'd you learn all this stuff? When I'm confused or I don't know better or I got questions, that's my guy. He and an uncle of mine who's retired California Highway Patrol. They're my two primary sources with the badge, if you will. Go check them out. Good channel. I think you guys you'll benefit from it for sure, just because of the topics he's gonna cover for us in the videos. The man knows his business. Thanks. What's happening, my YouTube friends and family? I hope there isn't too much noise. I got the phone mounted up close to the windshield. I'm driving. I'm on my way to work. You know how it is when you're, employed. No longer the boss where I can pick and choose my hours. You know how that goes. Anyways, I wanted to share something with you guys, and I'm kind of excited about this. So a buddy of mine who is a retired DOT officer, basically he was a law enforcement officer in the state of Texas, Department of Public Safety, and he did the motor carrier enforcement. Santiago is his name. He just started up his own YouTube channel. It's funny because I had mentioned to him a while ago that I had one. So Santiago had a career with, we call them DOTs, but the reality is, they're in most places it's a state agency, highway patrol, state police. In Texas, I believe they call them the Department of Public Safety. But this is what this gentleman did. He was a law enforcement officer, and in particular, he's the guy that we always cringed when he walked up to our window. And that's what he did for a living. I met him back in I want to say it was 2013, 2014, when it came time to do our new entrant audit. The company we used for our safety training and other compliance stuff when it comes to OSHA requirements and a lot of the training that these oil producers require you to have. It was just too much to keep up with, especially at the rate of growth we had. So to give you an idea,
I believe when we did our new entrant audit, which meant we were a new carrier, right? I think we had like 20 plus drivers, and I just asked them, hey, can you help? And they brought in Santiago to look over our files and make sure we were in compliance. And we had missed a couple things. Even with as long as I've been doing this, it's easy for things to slip between the cracks. I want to say our UCR filing was not up to date, was one of the things Santiago caught. And a lot of our folders just weren't complete and organized the way they should have been. Someone I had in the office was not very, let's just say, proficient in what they did. And Santiago came in and basically took all of our folders for the drivers, updated them all, created some really cool, he made the folders just look really professional. And he organized them in a way that was, uniformed one to the next. It looked professional because everything had our name on it. He knew every document that had to be in every folder. This is what he did for a living, right? And so anyways, you can see here, I stumbled across his channel here last night. Even myself, as someone that claims he's been around the block a couple times, sometimes I punch in stuff into YouTube just to kind of see what other people are saying and what they're encountering, yada yada yada. And I immediately recognized the name because the name of his channel is the same as his company. Now, I always kind of poke at organizations or YouTubers that put channels up, and I always tell you guys, look, they're trying to sell you something. It's not that they're this successful new trucker. They're making the videos because they're trying to sell you an info packet, or a how to get started packet, or mentorship, or whatever. In the case of Santiago, the same applies. He's selling something. He is a safety consultant. But this guy has accreditation behind him. So let me just share with you guys, he had a career with the state of Texas in which he is fully trained and certified by the state to do vehicle inspections, these types of audits. This is what he did for a living. He didn't just start a safety consulting business last week. Like I said, I met him back in like 13 or 14 when my new entrant audit happened for my trucking business in the oil field. And, he was extremely knowledgeable back then. And in the end, he came with me to the audit, and we both kind of had our opinion about our person auditing. Honestly, I think we both felt like she was less informed than we were, which was, a little awkward. Nonetheless, I highly recommend you guys follow his channel. I get nothing for sending you guys that way. Santiago and I are just friends. I'm saying go follow his channel because it'll be advantageous to all of you guys to hear it right from someone that used to wear a badge and gun and used to inspect vehicles and is extremely familiar with the regulations and the proper interpretation of them. But like I was saying, obviously, Santiago, this is a business for him. But to give you a little bit more understanding of his credibility, a class that he puts on was accepted by a community college in West Texas, and he was putting this class on at the college level. So I mean, his stuff is legit, guys. If he's saying it, I believe in the man. I follow his words. If you guys remember the video I did on DOT officers waking up drivers, he was one of the people that I reached out to, but I didn't name him because I didn't have his permission to, basically, and I didn't want, I don't want to give out his information and then have you guys blowing up his phone, and he's like, you know, what the hell, who's all these people calling me with these, you know, questions. But here now he's putting up videos, and, you know, the obvious long term for him is, you know, if you pick up his class, you know, he also does this thing where he'll come out for larger companies, he'll come out and inspect vehicles, he'll come out and train your personnel, he'll train your drivers, he'll train your management team on compliance. He puts on these seminars. As far as I know, throughout the state of Texas. I don't know how far outside of that he travels. If I remember right, he lives like in San Antonio, but I met the man in Carlsbad, New Mexico, and I know he travels all over just from following his Facebook group. He's got a Facebook group that goes by the same name as the YouTube channel. Anyways, guys, if you get a chance, check him out. You can see here kind of the interaction we had. I'll post a link, but this is kind of his video. No need to really watch that. Let me pause it. I'm trying to show you his channel, and it's not cooperating. Here we go. So this is his channel, and I think you guys would be, you'd be well served to follow it, check out his videos. They're very accurate. He knows, I mean, you ask him, you know, what's the rule with this, and off the top of his head he'll say, well, you know, 395.1E paragraph 2 states blah 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 blah. And literally he's like a walking dictionary when it comes to that stuff, guys. If you get a chance, swing over, subscribe to his page, like the videos, that kind of thing. Not like he really needs my help. You know, his videos, he just started this apparently about a month ago. His videos get views. You know, there's a video there with, you know, 1.2 thousand views. Just because of the topics, he's gonna get a lot of views. But for the sake of you guys, my subscribers, I'm bringing it up because this is a good resource. This man knows his business, and he won't steer you the wrong way. Anyways, as always, guys, thanks for watching.